Nationals, as it's commonly called, is a Marquis School Athletic Championship, organized in partnership with the Ministry of Education and the Guyana Teachers Union. The AAG normally conducts the groundwork to ensure that the various rules are applied correctly. However, given the situation with COVID-19, Hutson indicated while it is not impossible to host the event, the logistical and safety requirements that will be needed to pull off the event makes it inadvisable.
We will always be in favor of having competition, but again, our athletes' health are very, very important. So I would not necessarily advise it unless we have clear indications that every athlete that is coming into that village is free of COVID, and we have a way of separating them from the patrons during the championships, and so we can keep them safe. I think, as I said, the difficulty is keeping them safe from contracting it, or if someone comes with it, how do we detect and prevent them from infecting other people?
Last year, close to 1,600 students and teachers took part in the event. The norm is that students and teachers would use schools as their form of housing for the one-week event.
The issue for me does not lie necessarily with the competition of it, of what goes on the track or in the field of sport. But the whole housing of athletes and that kind of stuff in the way they're normally housed for nationals, I think may pose a threat unless prior screening is done and that kind of thing. But the way the athletes are housed, they're not in their own rooms; they're all clustered together on benches or on beds in the schools. I think that may pose a problem. Again, that's just my view of things. What happens in the field of play? I mean, we can sanitize the pits, we can sanitize the buttons, we can reduce the amount of lanes that go there, which could, follow the World Athletics guidelines, because they would have put out guidelines of how we should operate at this time.
In an invited comment, Brushel Blackman, head of the Public Relations Department at the Ministry of Education, stated they have not made any decision regarding the annual event, which is in its 60th year. For the newsroom, Akim Green.